Hey, what's up, YouTubers? I'm back. I just had to be real for a second. Um, just had to be honest with my subscribers because I keeps it real. But um, but this video is for just entertainment. Don't take it personal. Um, Entertainment purposes only. Um, Now, if you got comments or whatever, just put them down below in the comment section of this video as you're watching it. Now, I got a full question for all my YouTubers. Now, what is your thought process on men and women and on just wanting sex? Me, my opinion, I just think that it seems like nowadays that's what everybody wants. And it's crazy, but it's just how the real world is now. It's like I'm from the old school. Um, Finding that person to match your energy, as they say, match your energy, is so hard to do nowadays, which is why I'm single and I've been single for a while, and I'm okay with it. I've learned to be single. I've learned to be by myself, and it is what it is. I had associates from time to time, but nothing that's to the point that is serious. Because I know my worth. So I feel like I'm not gonna settle for less. Um, because there's more out there to come, and there's somebody out there for everybody. So if you're that person that feels like they have to settle for less, then that means you have low self-esteem, and you may not understand it or know it, but it's the truth. Um, but ask yourself, what is your worth? Just what is your worth? You know? And if you have to make a list, just make a list. Just ask yourself, what is your worth? And these men nowadays are funny. Um, I find them hilarious. And I don't even pay attention to it half of the time. Yeah. Sometimes temptation be calling. I'm gonna just keep it real, but it's not worth it. Only if you know your worth, because you don't want to be labeled as that girl that just sleeps with anybody and everybody. You can always flirt with everybody all day, but you don't have to go to sleep with them or fuck them, basically. Um, Now, if you choose to do that, that's your business, you know. No shade, no nothing, no cat, nothing. So, and it's really sad because the way that this generation is coming, like these new generations with these younger kids and stuff, is like they're immune to that. So they think it's cool to have this girl, that girl, this girl, this girl. And like, I am a teacher, and the conversations that I hear, it's funny, but they're only influenced by what they see. Um, Now, don't get me wrong, there's still good men out here. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a lot because most of them are mentally damaged. Most of them are, I don't know, just lost or just gone, as or just broken. And in my opinion, I'm not fixing a broken man. That's something I will not do. I'm not your mother. I'm not your sister. I'm not doing that. Because if you're broken, leave me the hell alone. Because fixing a broken man is the worst. Been there, done that. And all it does is bring you a heartache and stress. So, but you should never give up on love. You may find it one day. Some people don't find love until they're like in their 40s, 50s, when they like grandma age or whatever. And it's okay. Because I look at it like as you know your worth. If it takes you that long to find real love, you know your worth. So, and it's okay. And if you are, and if you're to the point where you're just by yourself, maybe that's what it is. It's something you just have to accept. And and for those women out there with low self-esteem, it's it's okay. All I'm gonna say is it's okay. Don't settle for a man just because he's giving you an attention. Like, if you feel like you have low self esteem, then you need to work on yourself. Because nobody should have low self esteem. Everybody should feel good by themselves, no matter what. You should always feel good about yourself. And if you don't feel good about yourself, then fix yourself. Um, Point blank, period. You should always fix yourself. Because then, definitely, not just men, but women as well. Because if you get with somebody and they know you guys low self esteem, that's the worst. Because they will play that on you and you wouldn't even know it. And then they will just use that against you. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm going to leave. And then if you're afraid, they're going to leave you because you're afraid of being not just, you're afraid of being alone or whatever the case may be. You should never be afraid to be alone. Because to me, I feel like that's the time for me to get my shit together and focus on my career, focus on getting my money up, my bread up, my stack, whatever you want to call it. And then when somebody comes along, you just share the empire together. But each his own. Clearly God has a plan for everybody. That's if you haven't found that right one yet, because clearly he wants you to do more with your life first before he puts you with somebody, because he knows who is the right one for you. But he's not going to give you that person if you're not ready. That is something I'm learning, because at one point in my life I was disturbed and like, why haven't I found the right one yet? And then I feel like I've been dealing with different people and they just been taking me through the loop, and I'm like, God, are you punishing me? What are you doing? And I just couldn't understand. But now that I sit and analyze a lot of things that have been happening in my life, I understand now. God has a plan for me. And I feel like he doesn't want me to settle down with my soulmate until I get my life together. And that's what I'm doing. I'm working on me. And that's what the best thing to do first, because you can't be with somebody if you haven't worked on yourself. So it's best to just work on you before you can be with anybody else. And then you have to learn to be by yourself before you can be with anybody else. Because if you can't learn to be alone or be by yourself, how you gonna be with somebody else? I mean, just ask yourself that. So Anyway, there's more of those topics to come. I'm going to invite some people on here and get their ideas and thoughts on this topic as well. And if you have any ideas, topics that we can talk about, just put it in the comments below. Just comment on this video and we could just talk about it or whatever. And then, like I said, once I get my subscribers up, I can go live and then everything will be easier, and then we can have group conversations and then everybody can comment. So take care.